What is up, Periscope? It's Pat Voss. This is the Honesty Podcast Q&A, live Q&A. I will answer all of your questions. Just put them in there, and I will answer your questions. Hopefully, if I can get this to work, this will end up on Honesty Podcast, my YouTube page. Of course, I will post this to Facebook and Twitter. Hey, what's up, Penny? How are you? This is the Honesty Podcast live Q&A. Any questions you have, definitely don't forget to have those hearts on the side of the screen, though. I enjoy the props. Definitely, I'm not going to lie and say I don't. And at the same time, any questions you have, post them, and I will answer them right here on the spot. We'll do probably about 20 minutes or so of a Q&A. I did post a vlog post earlier today. I also posted another one based on Marvin, my new cousin-in-law, posting up $50 for my donation for GoFundMe for the equipment fund. All I need is the headphones, a microphone, and a laptop. Once that's done, I can start really posting, really going. So don't forget, GoFundMe. Go check that out too. If you check out my Twitter and all my tweets, at Honesty Podcast on Twitter, or you check out at honestypodcast.weebly.com. That's all there for you guys too. So definitely go ahead and come in. Invite all the followers you can. I will be here. Obviously, see all my Cubbies gear. You've got World Series. This is before they won the championship. I've got my World Series patch on my custom-made jersey. I've got my World Series champion hat here with the Cubbies logo. Definitely in good spirits about my Cubbies winning the World Series. So definitely anything Q&A. If you guys want to ask about social media presence or podcasting, if you have any questions about platforms to use, I can answer all your questions for you. So don't hesitate to ask. Definitely if anybody wants to tag up on Twitter too for this Periscope, Roberto Blake, at Roberto Blake, at J Liebs, Liebs. If you want to tag up John Lee Dumas or Kate Erickson from Entrepreneur on Fire, you can. I'd love to see them in the chat here. Two people, 442-165. What's up? Welcome to the Honesty Podcast Q&A. Any questions you have for me as far as social media? Hey, any questions you have for me as far as social media or podcasting, anything sports related, I can answer all your questions. Don't worry about it. We're here, as you can see, the painting up here. We are here in my apartment. We are here on the big, comfy red couch. This is where I do all my vlogs from. This is where I do all my regular videos. I podcast from here. Obviously, you can check me out. I have another one coming out tonight on podbean.com. If you search Honesty Podcast on podbean.com, you will see my post. I am going to do another post later on today. Also, honestypodcast.weebly.com. I will do a blog post as well. So we have a few things coming. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow I do have a meeting, so I will be doing my vlog a little bit early. I have a meeting I have to go to and attend on appear.in. And that'll be for my new writer position, my writer and blogger position for gmbsports.com. You can go check them out. Brandon, Preston, you've got a lot of people. Clark, a lot of people that write for GMB, a lot of people that own GMB. They are a great group of people. Of course, Brandon from GMB Sports was a co-host of mine on Late Night Mix-Up. So definitely go check those guys out. By the way, if anybody hasn't checked it out, check out Darren Ravel's Periscope. He was periscoping about the new self-lacing shoe, like self-lace tightening shoe. Go check that out. I just checked it out a little bit. This guy had 23,000 total for replay. Hey, what's up, Jedi Master? How you doing? Any questions you have for me at Honesty Podcast here about podcasting or whatever it is. Honestly, it's an open Q&A. If you have any questions, let me know. And don't forget to put the hearts down at the bottom. I love the props. I really appreciate it. And, of course, you can go check out the GoFundMe campaign that I started for the podcast launch. So we're just waiting here, just chilling out. Of course, like I've said before, if you guys see, any kind of SEO tactics, like search engine optimization. If you guys don't know how to do that, if you guys don't know how to link that up, if you guys don't know how to properly put out a tweet, and I'm not saying you don't, because you're obviously listening here on Periscope or you're watching a Periscope video, so you're a Houston sports fan, haven't felt a championship since my Rockets back in 94, 95. That's, by the way, thank you for, hey Rula. Hey Rula. Hey, must be nice to be a Cubs fan. Yes, it is. It is nice to be a Cubs fan. I've been watching them now for 25 years. I was born in 1988, and so I've seen the mistakes happen in the 90s. I've seen. Oh, what's up, Kristen? HD, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the Honesty Podcast Q&A. Ask anything you'd like. I definitely will answer any of your questions. Thanks for the props. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate it. I said props like I'm still on Blab. But it's nice to be a Cubs fan or a Chicago fan right now, because being an 88 baby, I got to see 6 championships for the Bulls, 3 championships for the Blackhawks. I don't like the White Sox, but whatever. But they won a title. The MLS Cup was won by the Chicago Fire, and the Cubs now have a World Series. Very, very happy. The only thing I haven't seen yet now in my lifetime is a Bears Super Bowl. Hey, everybody, welcome Big John Yo. Welcome Big John Yo. It's our first day on Periscope. Welcome. Thank you for choosing the Honesty Podcast Open Q&A for your first day on Periscope. Anything social media related, sports related, life related. You want to ask me anything, ask me. It's okay. Just so you know, though, my answers and all this video will be up on Honesty Podcast on YouTube, hopefully, my Facebook pages, my Twitter page. I will post a link to this Periscope video on honestypodcast.weebly.com, and I will do a Podbean broadcast of this later. So you will be everywhere. It's just how I broadcast. I broadcast for free. A little about myself here, just so it's because it wasn't asked. A little about myself. Like I said, I was born in 1988. I'm 28 years old. I started the Late Night Mix-Up originally earlier this year in January 2016. It amassed over 2,000 downloads on Podbean alone in the first 60 days. At its peak, I had 24,000 followers on Twitter. I stopped because there's a few things, right? I was stopping because it was getting bigger. The podcast was getting bigger. At first, a lot of people around the way know this about me. Hey, Danny, how are you doing? A lot of people know about this about me. I do have bipolar disorder. So it wasn't really vibing right with the medications, and that kind of put me off the track of not doing the Late Night Mix-Up. Well, now I come back stronger and better than ever. I am doing the Honesty Podcast, the unedited version, basically, of the Late Night Mix-Up. It's going to be every Saturday on Periscope. I will be uploading those videos straight to YouTube. You'll be able to find my links on my social media facets. But the one main way to find everything, including, Periscope I'll put a link to in a post. Periscope you find here. But everywhere else, honestypodcast.weebly.com. That's the easiest way to find it. And thank you to my one follower in the room here. I've had a few earlier on in the podcast, or in the blog here. But yeah, this is an open Q&A. Anything that you want to ask, go ahead and ask. And I will answer any questions. Oh, by the way, definitely follow Darren Ravel. Definitely follow. What's up, Imbert Axel? How you doing? Thank you for joining the Honesty Podcast Q&A, live Q&A. Hey, thank you to all the followers here. C199 back in the room. How you doing? Any questions for the Honesty Podcast blog? Definitely ask right now. It's an open floor to all of you. Hey, thank you so much for the props. Yeah, keep them coming. Love those hearts. The Honesty Podcast, I leave an open floor to you guys. I'll do this once a week. I'll do an open Q&A. Anything you want to know, any information you want to know, definitely don't be afraid to ask. Hey, what's up, Ali654? How are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the Honesty Podcast open Q&A. I really appreciate it. Have you ever given someone a wedgie? No. Actually, I was the kid, believe it or not, I was the kid that got picked on in high school. And then all of a sudden, it turns around and I'm the one getting engaged to someone and living, and paying bills and, making my own show for free while everybody else is struggling. It's an interesting little dynamic switch there. I like it. A lot of people, that made fun of me. A lot of people that tell you, and this is the thing. And unfortunately, I don't know what that says down there. But a lot of people, that make fun of you, a lot of people that tell you can't do something, don't listen to them. Go and do it. I've had aspirations to be in social media, in broadcasting, things like that. I've been in that kind of aspirational state for years. Finally got it with the late night mix-up, and it proved to be right. I had a big following. I had co-hosts. I had the right equipment. I had everything going. And so when you plan correctly, that's where you'll succeed. You'll really succeed if you plan correctly. And if you want a one-on-one session with me, tweet me or DM me at Honesty Podcast on Twitter. Or you can, once you do that, leave me a message. Hey, welcome 7 Julo. It's your first day on Periscope. Welcome. Thank you for choosing the Honesty Podcast Open Q&A. Ask me anything, and I will answer you. And of course, I did a vlog earlier today, and your next Periscope video will be on Saturday. That'll be the next episode 2 of the Honesty Podcast. Here's the thing. Vlogs are 7 days a week. The Honesty Podcast is once a week. The Podbean episodes, once I pay for the annual unlimited download rate, that will be 2 to 3 times a week. Probably 3. And also, 2 times a week, I will be writing for gmbsports.com. So, I have a full week. I have a full week, 7 days a week, spending time with my daughter, spending time with my fiance, spending time with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, follow at NerdistMom on Twitter. That is Chris Hardwick's mother, who sits in the audience during all of the Talking Dead specials, and she's very nice. I'm going to have her on here. We're going to do either a peer.in and record it, or we're going to do the Zoom app and record it, and then I will post it on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, so you can see the interview. I'm also interviewing, like I interviewed yesterday. I interviewed Devo from Rumor Has It. I will be interviewing the entire band of Rumor Has It, probably tomorrow. So look for that video either tomorrow night or Thursday morning on YouTube. By the way, I had 0 subscribers, and this is something that Roberto Blake talks a lot about. How to go from 0 to your first 100. It's by producing good content, putting in thumbnails, making sure that you have something to grab their attention with. I am, however, asking my buddy Todd Kent. It is Church of Todd on Instagram. Check him out, and Church of Todd on Twitter. Check him out. He does great stuff with in photography and video, and I'm asking him to create a graphic for the show, and I'm going to take that logo and put that up on Podbean and put that up everywhere. Use that logo as my thumbnail for my YouTube videos. So go check it out. Go check him out. Guys, I liked the couple questions I got. If you have any more questions for me, definitely DM me straight at Twitter, Honesty Podcast on Twitter. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.